Hello again, my name's Gabe Zolna. This whole thing is getting out of hand. When I say this whole thing, I'm talking about police being shot. Shannon Miles assassinated Darren Goforth just out of Houston. Walked up behind him, shot him in the back of the head with a Smith & Wesson. When the officer fell down, he put another 14 bullets in his body, emptied his weapon. A couple of days later, the Hands Up Don't Shoot group, the group that chants Black Lives Matter, had a march. And they were yelling, "Pigs in a blanket, fry 'em like bacon. Pigs in a blanket, fry 'em like bacon." And they were being escorted by police to a county fair. How do you think those police felt? One of my viewers sent me a rather interesting message. He wrote, "Hey Gabe, I was on Twitter earlier, and guess what I found? Cops were shot in DeKalb County, Georgia, and one was shot just up I-95 in Port St. John, Florida. May I ask that you ask viewers to contact you with police shooting locations, condition of the officer, the name of the shooter, dead or alive. I have a real ugly feeling about this. Dana Perino said the R word on Kelly file. Revolution. Not sure she realized what she was saying, or maybe she was told to say that. Either way, this could go bad quickly. If you've been viewing me for a while, what have I been saying for the last, year? He ain't leaving. The chosen one, the Manchurian candidate, the usurper, Barry Soetoro. He can't leave. You've got a guy in the White House that doesn't have a valid Social Security number. You've got a guy that doesn't have a valid birth certificate. You've got a guy that doesn't have a valid military registration card. You've got a guy that spent between $3 to $5 million burying his past. You've got a guy that put Elena Kagan on as a Supreme Court justice when she wasn't even a judge. She was an attorney. But she did him an incredibly valuable favor, or service. It wasn't a favor. She buried his past. Eric H. Holder Jr., he belonged to the law firm that buried his past. Might that explain why Obama rewarded him with the position of Attorney General? Folks, think about it. Ask yourself, what would you do if you were in Obama's size 12 shoes? The very first executive order that he signed into law buried his past. Why would he do all of those things if he didn't have a past to bury? A past that he knew would make him ineligible for the White House. The simple fact that none of those issues concerned Congress, what's that tell you? It tells me we have an absolute corrupt Congress. That's what it tells me. The idea that my viewer sent me is a good one. If you come across any information of any officer shooting, let me know. I'll highlight it to my viewers. Problem is, nobody seems to care. I heard that Barack Obama did call the family of Darren Goforth and give his condolences. Did he send or a few $1 million, the way he sent $29 million to the families of those that were supposedly slaughtered in Charlotte, South Carolina? Charleston, South Carolina. Why would he send them $29 million for loss of their loved ones and not send Darren Goforth's wife and his 2 children $1 million or $2 million? Why do blacks get treated different than whites? These are the kind of questions you need to sort of ask yourself. This is going to get real ugly real soon. He can't leave. If he were to leave, and if someone like Donald Trump became president, he would unravel Obama's past as his first executive order. And Obama would take 13 steps up the gallows after he's tried and convicted of countless crimes against the American people, countless acts of treason. He can't leave. I want to thank my viewer for the idea, and anyone that sends me any information on police shootings, I'll be certain to highlight them in the video. Once again, I don't know what good it'll do. You've got people marching in the streets saying pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon. Everyone knows what that's making a reference towards. How is it that Loretta Lynch, the Attorney General, doesn't call that out to be hate crime? How is it that what Louis Farrakhan said isn't considered to be hate crime? Or hate speech? You know why? Because they don't care. That's why. That's what I think. Let me know what you think.